You're dealing with gambling, you have sore losers everywhere. I've been at a dealership where dudes were gambling and the dude was like, I need my money back after losing his entire paycheck. People, when they're winning, they're a whole different animal. When they lose, oh, dude, it's just like everything in the world goes back.
Why gamble then?
All right, who's gonna break the ice?
All right, so what is this game we watching?
Sitting here watching Miami get beat the brakes off of as usual.
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't understand how they got the Monday night football game. Or excuse me, it's Thursday
night.
So it makes sense. Thursday night always seems to get the crap of the crop for on Thursday. Sometimes they have some good games, but this ain't one of them. Look,
No, what's their record anyway?
I think they have one win, and
Miami has one,
I think
or
Miami has one win, but I could be showing that big of a.
so. What's
I think Baltimore's one or two. We're about to say 2-5 or
2-5.
States. Okay.
Oh, they
trash on trash.
2-win teams.
It's just one of them years.
Uh.
You had your boy go down with Miami, so he came. He got hurt, so then you got that problem. And Tua, he has to stay upright for nothing. One moment he's good, next moment he goes.
So, boss, do you look at Thursday night games?
Not really, but sometimes I do. Like if I'm chilling with the fellas,
Gotcha.
just watching the game, drinking, smoking.
Well, this ain't one of
Hey, this ain't one of those games.
With the fellas, like y'all hanging out doing a music video.
Well, here's a question for y'all. Okay, so we're looking at the games. We got the podcast set up. We're recording. What do y'all think about the gambling in sports since they got all this stuff coming out with the mob and all that good stuff?
You know what? I'm glad you brought this point up because I started seeing a lot of ads of Prize Picks and what's the other app that you can bet on? Yeah,
The big problem you gotta look at is this. Greed is greed. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. And usually when you're doing something that's gonna come back and haunt you, it normally comes back and haunt you. And the thing about it is, it's like, that's what's, when you're doing something, especially when you're high profile, you're rich, you gotta think, somebody looking at you. When you're dealing with gambling, you have sore losers everywhere. I mean, I've been at a dealership where the dudes were gambling and the dude was like, I need my money back after losing his entire paycheck. People, when they're winning, they're a whole different animal. When they lose, oh, dude, it's just like everything in the world goes back.
So why gamble then?
It's the
that's the point, right?
It's
If
like
you lose, you lose.
It's like a drug.
It's a drug. It's a challenge. It's the thing, you want to tempt fate. Then on top of that, if you win, you feel like you're the smartest person on the planet. See, it fuels not only your ego, it fuels your pride. It makes you feel like, yeah, look what I did. I did this parlay. But I'll be like, dude, okay. We've had boys. I've been in the car business for 30 years. And you've seen people that have great careers throw it away on some bullshit. Seriously, like steal gas. Or take a car from the lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're making $20,000 a month, and you're like, you know what? That $20 worth of gas, I'm there. Let me get that, dude. I practice your wife. They're running home every day.
Yeah.
Well, they'll blame it on
They probably have to come up with some bullshit ass story.
Of course.
They're always gonna come up with that story.
They hold me down with two people.
Bro, that's the thing. Everybody doesn't want to blame until when it goes bad, then they act like they're the victim. And the thing about it is, you knew you were doing it, especially if you've done it multiple times. You just hadn't got caught yet.
Yeah.
It's like that bank robber that robs that last bank. He's been getting away with it for years. He's like, I'm going to get this one last bank. And it's always that one last bank that comes.
Or that one last job. Everybody say, I'm going to do this one last job, then I'm going to retire. They get fucked up. Oh, my bad.
You're good.
The thing about it is, you look at it this way. I look at a lot of these young cats. Everybody was all in Scarface and all these movies, but nobody seems to stay to the fourth act. They'll go first, second, third, but when it goes bad in the fourth act, they're not in the movie theater no more. They didn't miss that part.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't seen when he got shot up and everything went bad. They saw, we're kicking it up with Scarface, but it's a downhill on the other side of that.
Well, here's a question. Do you think old boy gonna ever coach again?
Nope.
You don't think so?
He is stained forever.
Yeah.
He is radioactive. You got to understand something. If you manipulated any games, first of all, it's like being a thief and trying to get a job. At the bank. You do better being a murderer than you would be the thief. If you're stealing money, you're stealing something. You manipulate things in order for things to happen. Because you got to think like this. We're from the car business. If a bank finds out you're jicking a deal, they're not gonna think you just jicked that one deal.
No.
They all the deals. So they're gonna go back and get everything, regardless if you just started.
That's how it works.
Yeah, they can't pinpoint. So you get in this position now that this dude. I mean, think about this. This is what the crazy part is. Pete Rose got busted for gambling, and they had none of this technology.
Nope.
And you want to wait till now they got damn near AI that can snoop everything, and then one bring back? Yeah.
Can you imagine? They didn't have the technology, but they caught Pete Rose. Can you imagine all the people that got away with it that was doing the same stuff Pete Rose was doing?
But the problem is, I think with these youngsters, the big problem you run into is they're blatant, and they're not. They think they're indestructible.
They don't respect the system.
They don't respect the system. But the thing about it is, this is such a culture of gassing each other up. Like, everything you see. I see people on TikTok doing.
Get close to Mike.
I see people on TikTok.
Not that close, but
Talking to Mike. People be on TikTok and they're literally promoting a scheme. I got this hookup. Look what I did. That's not a hookup. You're breaking the law. And then people don't realize folks ain't coming to get you on that first one. They're gonna let you
choose. Just look at the PPP scandal.
Good Lord, they ain't getting shown the PPP loans. Folks are getting busted right now thinking that they was good. They sitting there like
5 years ago.
You 3 years later, you ain't even got the money no more. You sitting there broken bones again.
Shoot, that was 5 years ago.
Now, and then what's so crazy about it? I was watching where this one chick, she had been bringing people in to get the PPP loans.
Mm-hmm.
So when she got busted, she had to pay back all that stuff too.
Yeah, I can see that.
She called her still. Think about it. If your auntie don't know, you like, hey, I got you. And all of a sudden, you get busted. You brought the scheme to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't understand, like, why do people think they can't? I tell people all the time, computers don't throw anything away. Back in the day when everything was paperwork driven, you can lose paperwork, get out. Computers don't have a trash can. Even though we may hit delete, the computer's still there.
Especially the cloud computing now. Everything is stored in a cloud. It never get deleted.
Yeah. But, I think about the PPP loan because, okay, you go to jail or you get a little star by your name saying you did something wrong. Now, does that affect your IRS filing every year? Are they going to always look at you because you did?
They're always going to scrutinize you now because now you've caused that red flag. That's like, and that's the thing. At a certain age, you got to realize, man, you can't bring bad. It's bad enough living in this economy, living in this in these situations now, and then you want to add criminal stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to put yourself further behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
And that's the thing, and that's what trips me out is everybody gets desperate for that little flick of money. And then what's so wild about these cats who do these schemes and don't even bank the money. They'll do it, spend the money, they think it's gonna last forever. Now you ain't got no money. If you don't have enough money for an attorney, come do the crime. If you can't pay for the retainer, come do the crime. Robbing the gas station, getting $500, you can't pay for the attorney.
People don't think that far ahead, though.
Of course not.
They think now.
You're gonna see a lot of that coming down for the next few years. Now with AI coming in, all the middle management jobs are gonna get shot. All the accounting jobs are going to get shot for the most part because now you have an efficient system that can do it in a millisecond as opposed to, I need a week to do the report. No, you don't.
You got that right.
And so people want efficiency. That's what AI brings. It's not about so much taking jobs. It's about efficiency. AI can't do physical jobs. So you're not going to have AI in construction. You're not going to have AI delivering the mail. You're not going to have those things. Those physical jobs are still there. But what happens is those middle management jobs where you're managing people and just sitting there in your office all day, them days are done. Those days are done.
You saw that in China, they're already doing it. They put cameras behind the workers and they record everything, or the camera can detect if they working or not.
Wow.
It's just like the
casinos have always done that. You go to a casino, they're watching you from the moment you walk in the door, sit at the table. Every movement you make is being scrutinized to see if you're cheating.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, that's why I tell people all the time, how the Chinese economy was able to do what it did as far as manufacturing, because when you can beat somebody and make them work and not have to give them an off day, the communist system, everybody, you ain't got no choice. You're going to be here. Where we have the choice. You can get them to say, I ain't doing this shit no more. Kiss my ass and walk off. Yeah. They don't get that option. A lot of folks live where they work, literally will sleep under the desk. And who wants to live like that? You know what I mean? So I look at stuff like that. We always talk about, I look at now how the economy is going. All the folks that are homeless, all the people that are, need money. but it's a lot of business out there. But the thing about it is, folks don't know how to access it. That's the big problem you run into. AI is the new .com, but if you don't know how to access it or use it to where it's a benefit, then basically you just playing on your computer for games. You know, how many folks do that?
I don't know about that, but I know Baltimore is whooping Miami ass.
Told you, man, it's terrible.
God damn.
It's terrible, bro.
They just scored again.
Play. Look at Lamar. Sometimes I feel bad for him.
Why?
Because the thing about it is, he's held to a different standard because, you know, he's great on offense. The Ravens were always known for their defense. That's what they were. You know what I'm saying? Suggs, your cousin Ray Ray,
Mm-hmm.
Reed, you know what I'm saying? They had a squad. That's what they were known for. Hell, they won a Super Bowl on defense.
They
Wait,
did. Yeah.
who was my boy? Who was the quarterback? Flacco.
Flacco.
Was it Flacco?
I think it was Flacco, yeah.
Got one, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't even lose. The first ring. The first ring they got. Who was the quarterback for the first ring? That was what's that dude's name?
I mean, I can look
Remember,
it
he
up.
couldn't get it because dude was. I mean, Ray was like that. Just get 13 points and take care of the rest. And so Baltimore is not doing that anymore. You don't see that defense. You don't see that stand-up smash defense. Now you're seeing it tonight, but again, they're playing Miami. That's handicapped. They don't have their receivers. They have a lot of injuries. So I mean, I honestly, I don't think Baltimore's got a chance to win the Super Bowl no time soon. They're not doing it.
Like they're gonna be like Dallas.
Well, where's Henry at? I haven't really. I mean, you have to think like this. Everybody's getting older. Everybody has film.
Mhm.
And now they're breaking things down, so they see your little tendencies. They see this and that. You have to keep you have to reinvent yourself in the NFL now. Literally, you can't come back doing the same old two-step. You got to change it up somehow. It was Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson was Tampa Bay.
Quarterback was Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco for the first Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. It says he won.
No, I thought he was the second Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer was the first Super Bowl.
How many Super Bowls the Ravens won?
The Ravens won two. Trent Dilfer won that first one. Remember, they couldn't score because Trent Dilfer came from Tampa Bay.
I only see one. But let's look at. I see.
The first one they won was
yeah.
It should have been Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, don't show that one though. Let me put in first.
I tell you what, it's wild. All this mess that everybody's drinking, all these new shakes, all these new energy drinks. And it's for a while, there's no study really on them. So you mess around. I look in about 5 years, we're going to be seeing commercials saying, hi, you may be a recipient of a class action lawsuit. Did you drink red? You know what I'm saying? Think about it, bro. Nobody knows what these things really do. It's like, I'm just speculating.
It's just
going to keep my
just like
mind.
medicine.
Yeah,
like what Cat Williams said, our bad. Call 1-800-RBAD.
Yeah.
So I'm saying nobody, what are you going to do? I'm looking at all these folks on Ozempic now. Everybody and mama starting to pop on Ozempic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you don't know what that's going to do to you later on. You might mess around your whole ass fall out. You walk down, see blood, ass just fell out. What happened? I've been taking Ozempic. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You still trying to find out no Trent Dilfer?
Yeah, they won in 2001.
Who was the quarterback?
Yeah, it ain't saying. Oh, there it go. Let me see.
Just put quarterback there. You got AI.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me ask you, what
Get him a
am I
library.
asking?
Where's my phone at?
Yeah, bro. Guess who's the first quarterback? I got it right here. I'm just reading through it.
Oh, my phone's up.
Or what team?
Ravens.
it's Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Told you.
Hey,
I'm a
who was
sports
the
guy.
first
I know
quarter
these things. I know
quarterback
these things.
in Baltimore?
We already.
that-
It's Trent
Oh, you got
Dilfer.
it? All right.
I tell you like this, though.
Bonita going to bed. I gotta
Tell you
go.
what, we got some ill stuff coming down the pipeline, and I think this NFL season is going to be wild. I don't know. I mean, I think they've let Kansas City finally get to the position where they're back super powerful again.
Mhm.
I mean, they got all the receivers, they got the tight ends, and you got two good running backs. I mean, and then the defense is decent and good.
They getting their ass beat 28-06.
Oh, dude, they're done. Oh, this is yeah. Chris Greer needs to quit. Oh, the coach. Oh, he gets on my nerves. I mean, dude.
A lot of coaches getting fired too.
Yeah, McDowell's gonna be fired too. Because, at first he became the guy with the sunglasses and little sweatpants rolling to his knees. And he was a novelty. It was, but now what do we got? I guess. I mean, where did McDaniels come from? Where was he a coach before this? Where was he a coach? He wasn't. He had to be assistant somewhere. He just don't come out of nowhere. You know, he might have been a photography or something. You know, they seem to do that. Bro, he should never wear that again.
So he should never wear it again.
What?
A nice little setup. A boss. Got everything working good.
I'm thinking like this. If you toe up, don't wear a mask with just highlight your toe up. I mean, your toe up and you got your mask on and all that shit sitting out.
Almost
Nobody
done,
see
baby.
that. Like, there are people eating dinner right now, and they gotta see that. I'm just saying, bro.
It's a hard world out there. Nobody, you know.
My daddy always said, you can't help being ugly, but you can't help to stay home.
I mean,
No,
what else they gonna?
no.
What else they gonna wear?
Nah, dude, I'm not talking about TAKEOVER, Time Tour. But I'm just saying, bro, look at this. The fans is wearing bags on their head. Bro, what's really going down? I mean, seriously, when has Miami been anything since Dan Marino? We're talking about 30 years plus. I mean, you haven't been old enough to even see a good Dolphins team.
I wasn't even born.
That's what I'm saying. You hadn't even seen a good Dolphins team your entire life. Only reason why Will has seen is Will saw leather helmets and
He's funny.
and everything.
Ain't he funny?
You know what I'm saying? Desegregation, you know what I'm saying? He was there for that.
So Will, do you know where the midnight train goes?
Really? No.
Nice. You talk about Gladys. Are you talking about the underground?
The underground.
I'm saying. So you don't know? They say if you answer Georgia, that mean you're old as shit.
At the midnight train?
Yeah.
Did you
Talking about Gladys Knight, or are we talking about
The
Harriet
underground?
Tubman?
Gladys Knight.
Golly.
You said, hold on, what? You messed me up.
Wow, because he knew he was going to get hit.
Oh, yeah, he's about to get popped.
My bad. No, it ain't. Look at McDaniel. Why does he still have a job?
He don't know. He said,
Look, even the fans are like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Think about it, bro.
yeah.
They're talking shit.
Really,
Look,
bro,
they're talking
seriously.
shit.
I mean, think about it. Why do you, I mean, if I'm getting booed and we're getting blown out, hey, coach, you need to shut this down, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Daniel
he's.
Days are done. He needs to be done.
No, I think he's gonna get fired by tomorrow.
He should have been fired. He needs to be fired now. I don't even think they should let him go home. They should just go ahead and let him just clear his office out right now.
Yeah, they're gonna make him catch a
You know what's
Uber
funny,
home.
though? You know what's funny? Being in the car business 30 years, sometimes NFL is like the car business. So what I mean, you get a suck-ass sales manager that goes from team to team. Don't increase his skills, but he's still in a position of power.
Oh yeah,
You think McDaniels was going to go back going, you know what? I sucked for like 4 years. What can I do to improve my game? No. He's going to get a little analyst position, and then he's going to get brought back in another analyst position.
he probably go to a college team. He'll go to a college team where he gonna make more money.
But I see that all the time. You see that in the car business. You see a dude that was terrible at this dealership.
Mm-hmm.
Now he gets fired. He goes over to this dealership. You still trash. When did things not be trash? Now you gonna make these other people lose income because you trash.
Yeah, yeah, but
See?
you know.
Now
That's
they
how
want
the
to follow
system-
his with my shoe.
That's how the system works, though. It's just like a police officer who's been bad in one county. They hire him in the next county. He just killed somebody in this county. They're going to put him in this county, and he killed somebody else, and they want to know why he did it. Well, he had a trend.
Look at the track record.
Yeah, they don't care about that. They'll say, oh, yeah, you know, he got a bum rap over there. He's doing the same thing in this county. Then you end up sending him somewhere else and sending him somewhere else. That's just how it works.
It's crazy.
So Halloween is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Halloween is tomorrow. My kiddo is going to be Batman for the 5th year in a row. I mean, seriously, this dude is Batman. Batman. Down in the Spider-Man suit. I hate Spider-Man. What? Why did you even ask me, is Spider-Man a good guy? I couldn't believe I heard that. It hurt my feelings that you even asked, is Spider-Man really, of all people, is a good guy?
Yeah. I don't know.
Those shorts.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
He gonna break it down right now. Watch him break it down.
wow, that is.
He breaking it down. He saw his daughter saw him running. He think he doing something. There you go. Break it down.
That's terrible.
Well, I also want to talk about, you see Amazon be firing a bunch of folks. But they haven't got their AWS shit right. It's having outage every other day. So how about y'all focus on that and let the folks work and make money?
Because it don't cost as much to carry all them folks as it does to fix that mistake.
The sad part about Amazon, And just like the rest of these billionaires who got all this money, but they want to let the other people go.
Yeah, how can you be a billionaire and lay off people from work?
You got billions you'll never spend in your life, but you'll fire this person.
Back in the old days, it's like if the company ain't eating, the boss ain't eating. Now you got to do this. We're talking about I'm the richest man in the world, but I'm gonna lay everybody off. How does that dog in the hunt? And what are you really doing at that point? When you get to that top of the food chain like that, you're not in the boardroom working every day. You're not coming up with new ideas. You got teams on teams on teams doing it. Okay, you're just walking around reaping the benefits of it, but at the same time, you making all this money. Why lay off of people? If you got 12 billion, you telling me your payroll ain't $1 billion a year?
It's called greed.
Very. And that's what they did with Microsoft. When Microsoft bought a couple of studios, they let off everybody.
It's called greed. Those people don't care about nobody but them. That's just how it is. If they did, we wouldn't have the issues we have. You remember back in the days, people had pensions, great health insurance, great dental insurance, and companies actually cared about their workers' families. They don't do that nowadays. They care about their bottom line. If it affects their bottom line, something got to change, and it ain't going to be them. We've always been a number. We just get more recognized as that now.
That's why you've got to create your own game. You've got to have your own lane. A lot of people, what is my thing? I have a thing called the fire spider versus the hourly ant.
Okay.
You take an ant.
5 more minutes, guys. I got to go take this boy upstairs.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The ant is reliant on the queen. If the queen goes away, that's a problem. That's like a company. You work for that company. You don't know if that company is going to sell, go out of business. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You're just like, I'm just happy to just get out here, as opposed to being a spider. One thing I love about spiders, you can look up. You don't even see the spider spin the web. You just wake up and that mother there. Like, boom, he's there. And the spider don't rely on nobody to get his food. Spider sees a bug steps into the spider web, spider attacks it, spins it up. If he's not hungry, he'll save it for later. Mm-hmm. The ant has to go out, find the food, come back and tell the homies, first of all, you gotta hope you don't get killed on the way trying to find the food.
Yeah.
Then come back from trying to get the food to go tell it. Then all your boys run back and get all the food. Now you stuck in the thing. Well, the spider is chilling. He ain't got to feed nobody. And what's so cold about it? The spider will see another spider and they ain't gonna mess with each other. They go up to be like, hey, what's up? I'm chilling. They good.
Mind your own damn business.
Ants, you know what I'm saying? And I try, my sister laughs at me. I'll be making like little dramatic things outside. I be seeing like little beetles go towards. I'm like, hey, little homie, don't go there. Because I know some big old spider web. Sure enough, he gets stuck in that web. I'm like, oh, there go the homie. No, next thing you know, he got the spider web. And you don't even see the spider come out of nowhere. Boom, boom, hit him. Yeah, look at him. And dude's trying to struggle, spider back. Boom, boom, hit him again. My thing is being a spider, especially a fire spider. That's I love calling. Fire consumes everything. You create a product that nobody else has. When we created Dealer IQ, we created Top Shield, we created Storm Buddy, we created a synergy of an ecosystem that nobody has thought about doing. So we're in essence, we're our own spider. And by us having so many verticals, that's what the web is. People don't realize a spider can't live off of one web. If a spider had that one string of web, then he's dead. Straight up gone.
Yep.
He has to have a whole bunch of webbing. That way, if one piece breaks off, he's still good. A lot of these folks want to live on one stranded web. And then on top of that, most of them are hourly ants. They prefer somebody to pay them for their time.
Of course.
And then when that company goes away, the worst part, especially for our generation, as opposed to your generation, and I don't know how but our generation is, we're aging out of the job pool.
Yeah.
They'll hire you quicker than they'll hire us. Once they see the gray, they're like, oh, y'all, because when we grew up, you could be on the job 30 years.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. You'll never find a company that's going to hold you for 30 years. Not happening no more.
Nope. Not unless you own the company.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't, you go to the military, be career. You can't do that no more.
Nope.
No. Military changed too?
It changed a lot. Changed a whole lot. And a lot of people, to be honest with you, when I went in, you didn't know you was going to stay in the military that long. Time just kind of ticked away. You either went in there for school, you went there to get away from whatever situation you was in, or you just wanted to do something different, travel the world, stuff
How
you couldn't
did you
afford.
got in? Can you tell us about how you got in?
Well, I actually went into the National Guard when I was in high school because I always thought I wanted to earn money to go to school. At that time, my mom, my dad, they didn't make a whole lot of money. So I figured I could help him out. When I got in the National Guard and I started seeing all the different things that we could do and all the places we could go, kind of liked it. And so I ended up going to NC State off a football scholarship. And I forgot I was there to go to school. I was just partied and I flunked out. And my dad at that time had a janitorial company. It was doing okay, but it wasn't doing what it did while I was in the military. And he told me, either you're going to work for me or you're going to do something totally different. I didn't want to work for him. So I decided to go in regular Army. I figured if I go regular Army, I can go back to school, make some money, see the world for a couple of years. My plan was to go in there, make money, come out. It wasn't that way. I ended up going, I stayed, I traveled, saw different things, went to a lot of places I didn't want to go.
Was it the cowboy?
And it just worked out that way. Nowadays, people don't even want to go in the military. A lot of people don't even want to stay in the military because they already know or feel like there's always going to be a conflict and they don't want to go to that conflict. They rather
so
get out.
you saw the shift from your time to when you.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of stuff, bro. A lot of stuff. That's probably your
go
girl.
ahead.
And I need to go home because I got to get.
Oh yeah. I understand.
I got to.
Well, thank you for coming on this podcast.
Appreciate it, man. I enjoyed it.
On this little podcast.
I enjoyed it. Yes, I enjoyed it for the first one, just to sit around and talk shit, basically what we did. I like it. I like
It
it.
takes a while to set up everything, but then
Well,
when you
actually,
set
the
up,
only
you're
reason it
good.
took a while is because it was our first time using all of this
Yeah.
stuff. Now that we have an idea how everything needs to be set up, now it's just
Oh yeah, it
we can
looks
just
good.
add more to it, make it better.
So here's a question: now that you got it on his computer, is that just for the camera, or can he use
It's
his
for the
laptop?
camera because I cannot add more than 2 people in my laptop.
So if you weren't here with
Can't
your
have more than-
laptop, he couldn't use this to do a podcast.
just one laptop won't work.
Okay.
I have 2 laptops. What are you talking about?
But no, what I'm saying is because he has everything running through Mac,
Yeah.
his Mac with his.
got to download the same program on our end.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Or maybe I'm thinking I might need to get another like a recorder where like plugs in every mic and then just push everything through.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were going to get when I kept looking at that thing, but
a recorder.
Well, guys, I tell you what, it's been a blast.
Oh yeah.
I got to go get little man. So I'm gonna step out, and y'all can keep on going.
Yeah, you get it?
You want to end this? See what it is?
We got 14 minutes left in the game, but yeah, I mean, we got an idea of what we're going to do now. We got an idea how this looks, and now it's a matter of getting it ready for Deal Right Q,
Yeah.
Top Shield, gamut of different guests. You know what I'm saying? We're fixing to have some fun. We're gonna talk about things and make people really think about things. I'm allergic to stuff.
Hey, I actually wanted to ask you how did you got into the car business? What was your very first?
I got to the car business. I followed a woman down here from California. When I moved here from California in '95, I followed a chick down, and her dad was working at the dealership that I applied for. I didn't know of any other businesses out here, and I was in the mortgage business, and I faxed my resume to the dealership her dad worked at, and they hired me. So when I got to Texas, I had a demo, I had a check. I'm in an industry that I never knew would be this long. But then I got to the car business, and it was, trust me, it's a long ride. We're going to cover it. We'll talk about it. There's a lot to cover. 30 years in this shit. Ain't for the faint of heart. I was in the car business before you had HR. Where you could beat the shit out of somebody. So you do. What no go child? Go get your ready to report. Nah, you better catch him out there by that car and put them hands on him, slap him around a little bit. Next thing he got treat him like a child. Either you do it now, because if you don't, that was the beauty of the car business. It was like the NFL. You could hit back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't hit now. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a foul or whatever. That's how it was.
I think everybody got so sensitive now these days.
Oh, that's because man, we don't even talk about that. That's another situation altogether. How everybody done got all wimpy, and it's just I think sometimes everybody talks about anti-bullying. Sometimes people need to get pushed around in order to find their better self. I hate to say that, but when we play football or you're in whatever military, you get yelled at. It makes you, my coach used to say a long time ago, don't get mad because I'm yelling at you. You should worry when I stop yelling at you. That means I don't care no more. Yeah, you hit by a bus, don't give a shit. I said, that's on you. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things that have changed over the years, especially in the car business. AI into it now. You know, like I said, we built Dealer IQ because we know what customers are tired of. Period. And technologies really do, and you know what I'm saying, what our impact is, or what I'm saying. It's just a matter of, you know, finding perspective and helping people find a way to be their best person or get the most money out of this. To our age, my age especially, you know what I'm saying, options start getting smaller and smaller. Some people, there's a lot of people that aren't prepared. There's a lot of people that are just sitting there just like deer looking in the headlights. And when the shit does finally hit the fan, I feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? They're not prepared. And think about it is they're in their 40s right now. You might let them be 80 years old. And now if you ain't got no nest egg, you ain't got no plan, you working for somebody, I'll put it this way. 60% of the dealerships I just worked with through the 90s and the early 2000s were disappeared. Bledsoe Dodge, Good Taylor, Big Billy Barrett. Heck, the Don Herring South store just sold. That's the store I started off with. That was my first store, and they sold that store. You know what I'm saying? Preston Dodge, gone. Mid Park, one of my favorite stores, gone. A lot of the stores that I started off that I worked at Fowler Toyota, all gone. Even you know what I'm saying? So you see how, and it's crazy how, you know, you take Clay Cooley, for example. Shout out to Clay Cooley for giving us our beta. Um, dude, Clay Cooley started off with note lots. How dope is that? He started off doing note lots, straight used cars, and now he owns 30 stores. Yeah. I mean, how do you beat that? That's awesome. Great. But you know what I'm saying? It's I think people plateau when they shouldn't plateau. I always ask people, when did you give up? When I see people on the side of the road, I always ask, when did you just say, fuck it? I'm done. I'm not even gonna try anymore. I mean, when you get to that point where you're like, you know what? This is what life is. And I'm just gonna just ride this out to the ground. I was reading an article the other day where this lady, she was 95 years old. I think she went over to somewhere in Europe or whatever, and she killed herself. She had assisted death. And she wasn't sick or not. She was in great health. She just said, I'm done. 95 years old, just checked out. She probably could have lived to 110. And I tell people all that time, I tell people that all the time. That's one of the biggest fears about growing old. It ain't so much as growing old, it's just becoming feeble.
Yeah.
Where you're a victim now. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Put hands on folk. 20 years, body gonna be completely different. That's why I was telling Will earlier. I was watching Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. Love the dude. But he look old as hell now. Seriously, let's keep it 100. Who here is scared of an 80-year-old? Seriously, ain't no geriatric finna run up on you like, you know what I mean? Just push the shit out of him. That motherfucking phone got 2 hours. You telling me this dude 89 years old finna. Come on, bro. You just run into him. Just run full speed. You ain't got to swing or just run into him like a football block and just blow him up. He's done.
He probably did this movie because he probably need quick cash deal.
It's a good series, but the thing about it is the first season was great. But now you're starting to see his age.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is Sylvester Stallone now? Like 81 damn near, 80? You know what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself, when is it? I mean, how old can you be before you're not viewed as a tough guy? How old is Sylvester Stallone? 79. Pushing 80. Dude was born, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was born in 1946. I'm saying, how you be a tough guy in 1946, bro? Try peeing on himself right now. He peeing on himself every time he's on stage. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't nobody gonna see that, and that's what I'm gonna portray. You know, I look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He ain't an action hero no more. He don't stop.
Yeah.
At some point, you know, that's like me when, you know, we be out there, people like, man, come on here and play some flag football. No, these knees ain't made for no more cuts. No, man. Only thing I shake is when I'm in the bathroom. That's it. And other than that, I ain't trying to. You're a shook neck, be your bowels in that way, pancreas go that way, spleen go that way. Now I'm bleeding, laying on the side. Why nobody? You know what I'm saying?
He's doing his knees, and you got to go to the hospital.
No way, I can't mess around. Mess around. Arm tie, arm got a kink in the neck, can't turn to the left. Oh, bro, you know how bad that is. I was just sleeping.
Damn.
Things ain't like it used to be. When you get older, shit hurts. You got to start stretching before sex. You can't just jump into it. You got to catch a Charlie horse when you're trying to be sexy. You're trying to hold in your leg just stuck. And she's like, oh, you must love it. Ooh, but you ain't going to I feel my thigh tearing off my bone. But
You got to act it out yet like it's some sort of new move you came up with?
yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. And you know when you feel the Charlie horse coming up because you're trying to move where it don't act, you still feel you try to move again, like hold the whole activating. And what's so bad about it? You're still trying to get it. So you gotta hold your leg
Hey, yo.
like step away from the draw, sir. It's time to stop, sir. But yeah, man, it's a big turn and a big change, especially in the country. You know what I'm saying? You know, we talked about it in the car. We're talking about how things are changing, immigration. Everybody's mad. Everybody got a gun. This is crazy, bro. I ain't never seen folks with so many guns in my life. It's crazy. That's why you got a choice. This is the time you're supposed to make a choice and figure out what you're going to do with yourself. And make sure you make a big chunk of money because you're going to need it. Live here, move out the country. You're going to need a big chunk of money. Middle class is down. Middle class is pretty much gone.
From
Everybody's setting the bar on so many different things. I give you an example. It's like now you see so many billionaires, but they used to have them folks that still are like deer looking at headlights, don't know what's going on. You guys, people have endless knowledge with AI and everything that's out there that don't use it or don't use it the right way. It's kind of like your cell phone. You don't use all the features because most folks think if you push the wrong button, your phone's going to blow up, but that's not how it works. How many times folks don't use it for scheduling and nothing? I tell you what, when I started learning how to use AI, oh my goodness, the monster came out. You see what I've done? You see all the vertical I have set up? Ugh, it's fixing to get wonky. The thing about it is, I build things out of pain. I build things out of pain and anger. I don't like things that, especially things that make me angry, that it can happen again.
Yeah.
So what can I do to dealer like you? Perfect example. It was built out of anger. It was built out of pain. You know what I'm saying? And it's from both perspectives, not only from the consumer point of view where they can't browse and just, get to the car deal, do the car deal and be gone, versus the salesperson who's being browbeat and beat up to have to go out there and do this. So the poor salesman is stuck between a vice. Customer that don't want to talk to him, and the manager said, you better go out there and talk to him and go look at your job. It's so many people that don't realize their behaviors cause people to lose jobs, especially in the car business. Customer thinks, they think answering one question, flip or whatever on your survey is not going to affect you. I love you. You're great. But you just killed my whole thing.
I think car business have a bad name because people, every time you go there and step in the dealership, they automatically think, oh, is jank shit going on or someone there to screw them up.
Well, and that's the reason why we created Dealer IQ, just for that particular reason. Transparency. What you're going to see now in this day and age is the age of transparency and efficiency. Yeah. Why don't you know? I tell people all the time, when you're grown, there's certain things you're not allowed to say. I thought it, I should have, I would have. See, because when you're grown, you have a chance to actually do research. When you're a child, shit happens to you. When you're an adult, if I'm picking up food, instead of me assuming what you want to eat, just simply call you. Hey, I know what you want. I have to stop over here. It shouldn't be, man. Well, I thought you want this for. We got cell phones. We got technology there. You can send a text message. There's no reason to say I should have or I would have.
Yeah.
Y'all would have done that. No, you wouldn't. If you would have done it. I should have. People live in should have. Should have. That word should have hurts people so much because people start living and I should have. My dad, God rest his soul, he used to be a merchant marine. He used to always talk about how much money he'd make on the ships. But then he messed up. My dad was alcoholic, so he got banned. You know what I'm saying? You doing ill shit on the boat. I ain't trying to mess with you. You feel me? But he would live. I mean, he literally kept the paycheck stubs. Tell my man, look, I used to make this one. I should have, I would have, I used LIG, let it go, time to go. But you have so many folks that they get stuck on what they used to do. Car business. You have guys who right now are still in the car business because they had a 30 car month 6 years ago. Chasing that rabbit. That's one thing. You chase that rabbit. You're like, man, if I did it once, I can do it again. 2 years later.
It's over.
So cool, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Then you know, the shit's wild, bro. What we're trying to do is trying to help people get on. And I think what we got popping, I think we got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of the
Episode.
takeover. And I appreciate you having me on tonight. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep this on the regular, especially watching Miami get smashed. Look at this. Look at this. Is that Travis Henry? Is that Derrick Henry's son or somebody? Is Henry? Who is that? TAKEOVER, he should want to quit, bro. I mean, seriously. I mean, at this point, you know you're bringing the team down. You know, there's nothing there. You don't have 50 million concussions.
Yeah. Dolphins done. Look at them. Ain't no way they can catch up.
I mean, it would have to be some crazy ill. I mean, like literally, like the whole team would have to get struck by lightning at one time.
And they just pass.
Then
no
famine.
blocks.
And then a good famine for like 2 days. I mean, bro, think like we're watching a 2-5 and a 2-6 team. It's like watching Doo versus. Why is he still in the game? He was already hurt. I don't understand why Lamar Jackson's still in the game. He just came back from injury. It's 9 minutes and 28 seconds, man.